Okay, friends, let's do an update / review on what I think about the Dexcom G7. Spoiler alert, I freaking love this thing. I will say, full disclosure, this is the only thing I have to compare it to. I've never used a different wearable device, but I love this thing. Life-changing. Backstory. I was diagnosed in, I think it was 2021 with type 2 diabetes. Been just using this. I was told to check my blood sugar once a day in the morning, my fasting sugar, and that was supposed to be it. And every 3 to 6 months, I could go in and do my A1C and talk to my primary care provider, and that worked. And I will be honest, I went hardcore in the beginning and really watched what I ate, and half the time I felt like I was starving myself, and I was like, oh, I never get to have a cookie again, and I've learned to manage my diabetes. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because nobody is, but this thing is I've gone through breast cancer treatment, I went through chemo, the steroids that go hand in hand with chemo rocked my blood sugar, my A1C went up. Now that I think I'm like 8 months post chemo, I am working to get my sugars back on track, get my A1C back down, get more activity into my life as my energy levels allow. So I've asked my primary care provider about a wearable, because there are times where I just get busy or I don't feel like it or I forget because I'm like, oh, I'm busy right now. I need to check my sugar. I'm feeling kind of low. And then I'm like, I just keep going and I forget. And then I'm like crashing and I feel like I'm going to die. So this has made life so much easier. Okay, the nitty gritty. I've been wearing this for a couple months now, since summer, so it's probably been almost 6 months. And I had previously asked my primary care about it, and her answer was, I can write you a prescription for it, but insurance companies usually don't like to cover it unless you're type 1. She was like, if they do, it's generally very expensive. So that was very discouraging for me. I'm like, screw that, I'll just keep poking my stupid fingers. So finally I had enough, because if you've seen my videos, there have been times where I'm like out and about, especially at the grocery store. I think I'm fine. I get to the check stand and I'm like, okay, I need to eat soon. And then I crash and burn and the lights are on and nobody's home. It is a scary feeling. So I finally asked my doctor about this, and call your insurance company and let's see what they say. My insurance through my employer, $25 a month for my sensors, which is more than I'd like to pay, but it to me is so worth it. I did the math. I think it's like 83 cents a day, which is super reasonable, especially considering what these cost. And if you're poking your finger multiple times a day, you're going through a lot of strips. This, you set it and you forget it. It is on your person, it's always reading, you don't have to think about it, you don't gotta wash your hands, you don't gotta get alcohol wipe, you don't gotta stop what you're doing. Oh my God, I will sing the praises of these wearables all day. If you are thinking about getting one, if you have a smartphone, don't worry about buying the actual monitor. You don't need it. I paid an extra $25 for mine, and honestly, I've used it once and it's been sitting in my drawer. I just use the app on my phone. That thing's not needed. So here is a screenshot from the app on my iPhone. You can check your current sugar, you can check your trends, you can check, the last 3, 6, 8, 12, 24 hours. I love that. It helps me make better choices when I go to eat something. It also gives you the option to check your 90-day glucose averages, which is super helpful. So this thing, the instructions will tell you to put it on the back side of your arm, the fatty part. And as a breast cancer survivor, I had cancer in my left side, so they took lymph nodes from this arm, which means this arm is no longer an option for blood pressure, IV sticks, needles. No fun for the left arm. Left arm is decorative, only for driving. So it was annoying that when I put on my sensor, I had to put it up high enough that it was out of the way. I wasn't gonna bump it or rub it off on something, and also have to worry about blood pressures, because when you're a cancer patient, you go to the doctor regularly and they always want to check your blood pressure. So they did tell me, worst case scenario, they could take blood pressure from my legs, but I don't want to do that. I was watching YouTube doing some research on these and looking at other people's reviews, and a guy was saying that he puts it on his stomach, and I was like, what? So I tried it and it totally works, and I am so much happier with it on my stomach. I wear it down here or down here, and I love it. It's so much easier. I don't even notice it's there. Another reason I didn't like it on my arm is I am a side and tummy sleeper, and so when it was being compressed, it would say that my glucose is dropping fast, and it would alert me, and it was driving me nuts. So I will actually close out the app at night before I go to bed, restart it in the morning, and I've started wearing the sensor on my stomach, and that has made a world of difference. I've noticed that wearing it on my stomach, I do have to calibrate it when I first start a new sensor. I thought I could just be done with these, but I'm not. I still need these as backup. So I will put my sensor on, wait for it to warm up. It's only 30 minutes. And then I will check my glucose in the app and compare it to a finger stick. And if I need to, I can calibrate it through the app. So like I said, you don't even need the monitor. As for the adhesive, I haven't had any issues. I really like it. It sticks really good. I take a shower every single day and I have had no issues with it lifting. When I first started wearing this, I heard about people complaining about the adhesive coming off, and so I did order some covers for it from Amazon, and I actually think what Dexcom supplies sticks better than the covers that are highly rated on Amazon and overpriced. These stick better, and they don't hold water like the other ones do. With this, I don't have to. I can just pat it dry and boom, it's dry. I'm moving on with my life. Life is good. And yeah, I freaking love these things. So these last 10 days, and then you get a grace period of, I think it's 12 hours. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's really nice, and it'll alert me on my phone that the sensor is going to need to be replaced soon, and I can wait till a convenient time and pop a new sensor on and take the old one off. I freaking love these things. These are life-changing. If you have diabetes, talk to your primary care provider, talk to your insurance company. You might be surprised, like me, to find out they're way more affordable than you thought they were going to be. And if you go on the Dexcom website, I'm sure other glucose monitors do it as well, but there's financial assistance if you don't have insurance or insurance won't cover it and you have to pay out of pocket. They have some sort of coupon you can use at the pharmacy. So I think that is fantastic. So there is my long-winded yet not enough information review on the Dexcom G7. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm an open book. Totally happy to help if I can. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.